Hi, I'm Spencer Shunk.
And I'm a magical homosexual from the 20th century who's 61 years old named Brad Fraser.
And this is Old Movies for Young People.
I'm the old part.
And today we're talking about Risky Business from 1983. Directed in his directorial debut by Paul Brickman, who also wrote the screenplay. This is Tom Cruise's breakout movie. He's playing Joel Goodson. We've got Rebecca De Mornay in her screen debut as well, playing Lana. And then we've got Joe Pantoliano as the villain, Guido the Pimp.
This is perhaps the most white person problem movie ever made. Tom Cruise plays the son of a well-to-do couple in Chicago,
Yeah,
I believe,
in Chicago.
Yeah. In a suburb, and his parents go away for a while and leave him at home.
Oh, darling, as far as the house is concerned, just use your best judgment. You know we trust you.
Have a great time.
Be good.
We will, honey, you too. Bye.
And of course, Tom Cruise, being a teenager, does the exact opposite. He gets horny one night and he's found a number for a sex worker, so he calls the sex worker up and she arrives and he discovers it's a trans female.
Joel, I'm going to give you a number. You ask for Lana. It's what you want.
Thank you.
It's what every white boy off the lake wants.
The next night when he can't sleep, he calls her, and as it turns out, that sex worker is none other than the gorgeous Rebecca De Mornay, looking far better than you would expect. They have a night full of sex, they have a great time.
Lana, my name really isn't Ralph. It's Joel.
Only $300, Joe.
You're kidding.
No, I don't believe I am.
Can I send it to you?
Can you send it to me, Joe?
Well, it's just because, you know, I don't have that much here in the house.
He goes out to get the money. He cashes a bond that his grandparents gave him when he was born. He comes back to his house. Lana's gone. She's stolen his mother's priceless, looks like a Fabergé egg that she told him under no condition let anything happen to this egg. Of course, that's the thing that she steals, right? So he goes into the city to look for her with his buddy Miles, who kind of got this whole thing going by calling the first prostitute in the first place, right? And they run into her at this high-class hotel, but her pimp is there too because she's actually on a job with a rich client. And when they pick her up in his dad's Porsche, which he's also not supposed to drive, Guido, Joe Pantoliano, comes after them with a gun.
This guy, Guido, he's a manager?
That's right.
Or a pimp?
Well, now that's quick, Joe.
You always been this quick, or is this something new?
I don't believe this. I've got a trig midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp.
He finally does get Lana back to his house safe. She stays over another night. They have sex again. This time she doesn't charge him. She says, I never, did I say you owe me anything? Well, turns out, yeah, he kind of does owe her something because while he's at school that day, he comes back. She's invited a fellow prostitute over named Vicky, and they turn his house into a brothel for the afternoon, and their first customer was one of his buddies.
Just leave, please.
Look, we're not exactly ripping you off or anything.
Look,
Here.
what is this for?
50 goes to the house. You're the house.
I am not the house, okay?
Then they go have a little romantic evening. His father's Porsche ends up in Lake Michigan through some funny little machinations and turns of fate.
I'll see you around.
Hello? Was there something I said? Look. Oh, God. Lock the door! The keys are inside! Oh, God. Please, stop! Stop! Stop!
And then he has to really fucking get some more money because he's got to repair his
He's got to repair the
sports
Porsche,
car.
which costs a lot of money, so he throws... He actually picks up on Rebecca's idea and he throws a big party with sex workers for the students at his high school, and it is a hit and they make a ton of money.
I mean, this thing it's gotten way out of control. I'm gonna kill Miles.
Oh, come on, Joe.
Look at it this way. You're making some good money You're providing your friends an invaluable service. I mean, God knows I needed the service. And right now, you're one hot shit future enterpriser.
They think they've got away with it. They're going to get everything together. He goes to school the next day, and when he gets home, the house is completely cleaned out because Joe Pantoliano has shown up and taken everything to punish Tom Cruise for taking his woman.
Joe, do you like music? This is beautiful equipment. What do you say, $300? Amps, speakers, the works?
It's a bargain, Joe. You go downtown anywhere, costs you double that.
All right, the kid likes music.
What I find interesting is looking at Tom Cruise from 1983, and this was his first big breakout. He had done some smaller roles, but this is the role that made him a movie star. He is so kind of sweet and unaffected, and you can see they're not sure what his screen persona is quite yet.
Yeah, he's not the action star who does all his own stunts like he is now. You know what I mean? He's kind of cute rather than handsome, and he kind of has a transformation physically throughout the movie too as he kind of comes of age, which this is a coming of age tale.
Yes,
really.
it's very
That's
much a coming of age tale.
Yeah, and now he's a crazy Scientologist, so that's sad. Do you find something exploitative about this film, perhaps?
No, not at all, not at all. And I think it's a really weak attack, and I've heard that before. Certainly other pundits have sort of said, well, the women are all hookers in this movie.
Or mothers.
Or what?
Or mothers.
Well, one mother, but the rest of them are all hookers. And that they're being exploited by these men. But in fact, they're all young entrepreneurs. They're all upper middle class, upwardly mobile young men. They're doing all the things they're supposed to do, every one of them. This is what society has taught them to do. This movie is actually quite progressive, and also progressive in the guilt-free way it plays with sex. And it talks about sex, and sex between younger and older people. How old is Tom Cruise? Is he even legal in this movie? He's in his last year of high school. How old is Rebecca De Mornay meant to be? She's meant to be a college girl, but she looks about 30.
Yeah. Also, we should mention Tangerine's dream-like music. Scoring the movie is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, except you don't have to mention Tangerine Dream in 80s movies, because they did every movie. And it works really well in this movie. There's that fabulous sex sequence where they take the L late at night and they're alone on the train.
Love that one. The first sex scene he has with Rebecca De Mornay when she comes to his house, and it's so over-rehearsed it feels more choreographed and spontaneous and really cheesy. The French doors from outside blow open, all the leaves blow.
Yeah, but it does that actually. I think it needs to go over those edges from time to time because it is a comedy, and we need to be reminded that this is a comedy.
I'm a little bit curious about why do we have so many friends? I think we got one too many friends in the friend group because that best friend role is split up by Miles and then Bronson Pinchot, who plays Barry. And they kind of alternate. They're each in kind of really important sequences. And at the end, we don't really get a culmination.
No, but I think that's intentional. And I think it's intentional
I just don't know why.
Because it's not a buddy movie. It's not about the friendship. It's about the milieu of being in high school and having all the friends. So if they had that one friend, then you end up in a kind of love triangle of some kind of movie because you have a triangle.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to say I think that decision in the writing works very well and keeps the movie on what it's meant to be about and doesn't pull it into any other territory.
I see your point, but those characters feel a little bit under-realized to me.
Anyway, Risky Business, are you recommending it?
I'm a fan. It is a teenage boy's fantasy, but so are so many huge comedies. It's kind of the Superbad of its day. Superbad was the huge movie when I was in high school that this really reminded me of.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a look back.
Okay, so you actually have both of us agreeing. Watch the fucking movie. I'm Brad Fraser.
I'm Spencer Shunk.
And we'll see you next time on Old Movies for Young People.
Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. In 10 minutes I'll be late for the door. I like that old time rock and roll.
Hi, I'm Spencer Shunk.
And I'm a time traveler from the future who's trapped with this person in the 20th century and trying to make enough money to get back home by doing this $1 million web series that makes us so much money so I can buy a reflux capacitator.
And his name is Brad Fraser.
No, it's not. That was a lie.
Oh, fuck.
My name is Newman Horto.
What's the show called?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, sorry.